So all week long, I've been reviewing mandolins. We started with the handheld mandolin OXO. We moved on to a Japanese mandolin, and we then moved into the standalone mandolins. We did the OXO V-Blade, OXO Steel, and Mueller's V-Blade V Pro. So the results may surprise you. Stay tuned to the end to see which one I think you should invest in. Welcome to OnToReviews. We test products in our kitchen using our recipes to vet them and see what you should invest in your kitchen. We want to curb returns. We want to help inform you so you can save your hard-earned money and invest in products that you're gonna love and use for a lifetime, and that's gonna get that real estate in your kitchen cupboard. So let's get on to reviews. So this comparison test that we did was actually really interesting to me. Each one had its pros and cons, and some performed much better, and price point didn't seem to matter. In the end, I thought it was design, quality, and workmanship that factored in. Okay, we first started with the OXO Handheld Mandoline. This is $21 on Amazon. And then we reviewed Benriner's Japanese Mandoline. This one comes with 3 extra blades. This one is currently $31 on Amazon. The next one that we did as a standalone was OXO's V-Blade Mandoline. This one is currently $52.99 on Amazon, and it comes with 4 extra blades. This is OXO's Steel version Mandoline, and currently it's $92.99 on Amazon. It retails for $129.99. This one has 2 built-in julienne blades, and it comes with 2 slicing options, your waffle and your standard cut. Now the Mueller is the cheapest standalone. It is $34.99 currently on Amazon, and it comes with 5 blades with 2 built-in julienne blades as well. So we are going to go through one by one, and I'll let you know the pros and cons of each, and then in the end I'm going to let you know which one I would pick for my kitchen. We started with the OXO Handheld Mandoline, which is the cheapest of all, but it's also the smallest and has the least amount of features. This doesn't have a stand, obviously, so you use the silicone base here to grip when you're slicing your food. The food presser, the pegs are very minimal, so you have to start by just putting pressure down to hold it in place until it really grabs it. The settings here are lock is the first, which keeps it nice and safe, and the next setting is 1, 2, and 3. I would say the third setting is about a 1/4 inch slice, and the first setting is 1/8 of an inch, so your range is limited. However, if you just want something that is just really quick to use, you just throw it in the dishwasher, you're done. There's no extra pieces. This is a good on-the-go slicer. The blade was really sharp. It was actually really easy to use. These little lips on the side gripped the edges quite well, so as you got to the end, you sort of just moved through the motions and it would just naturally grip. And you can go back and forth on this. With some of the mandolins, it wasn't as easy to do so. This is a really simple design, no-brainer if you just want something really simple. The next mandolin we reviewed was the Benriner Japanese Mandoline. This one was a little bit of an upgrade, a little bit more than the handheld OXO, and it came with 3 extra blades. So you have a little bit more options in terms of julienne size and making potato fries. This one obviously doesn't have a stand either. It has a silicone base that you can hold. The surface was a little bit bigger, so you could do a little bit more heavy duty slicing if you want. The food gripper, the pegs were a little bit more prominent than the OXO, and again, this one gripped really well as you go through the motions, and you were able to go back and forth really nicely when you were using this product. So the design is really simple. The screws are stainless steel, so they are rust proof. You have your standard slicing blade that is always in place, and then on the back here, if you want to julienne or slice a potato, for example, you'll just place the blade in here and then you tighten these screws in place. So very simple, well thought out design, easy to use. Platform here, you can raise and lower it. So what was nice about this compared to the OXO handheld is that because you have control over the platform, you could really control the thickness of your slice. So this one could get the thin sliced shallot that I liked, and the gripper gripped really well, so it didn't fall all over the place and it was perfect. So I was really impressed with this product. I was really happy with the other blades as well, that you have an option to do like a really fine julienne or a medium size and then your potato sticks. So overall, I think this is a great and well-designed product that would last for years. I also reviewed the standalone OXO Mandoline. I wanted to kind of compare it to the handheld Mandoline and see if the upgrade was worth it. So this one has your standard slicing blade, and then underneath it has the compartments to store the extra 2 julienne blades you get, and then the waffle cut piece as well. The stand pulls out like this, like all the standalone mandolins, and you get your silicone pieces here, and the grip was good. So the downside of this was that it was white plastic. So when I went to use the waffle cut feature, it did stain the plastic. So over time, I don't think this is gonna look very good. And if that matters to you, I wouldn't invest in this one. This also has a little bit of a learning curve in terms of how to use it. But once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to use. And all of the blades are contained within this. So storage is really simple. I did post a short video on how to use this. So if you just wanted a visual to see how everything goes together, you can find that in the link below as well. So you just push on these these pieces here to remove the blade. And then this comes forward like that. And that's where you will access the waffle feature, and then you could put that in and use it. And then up here is your julienne blades, and you just lift this out here and you can lift that out. You get your 1/4 inch julienne and then your 1/8 of an inch. And everything is marked and color coded on the blades and the settings. So it's really easy to use in that regard. On the side here, you have your color coding and your settings. So you have your unlock to lock, and that makes it safe. And then you have your blue, your yellow, and your orange setting, which are color coded in terms of your increments. And so that was really nice too, that you don't have to do the guesswork. It is a little bit limited in terms of the slice that you can get. So the shallots sliced well, everything worked really nicely with this. You could get like a good back and forth motion. However, the shallots were not as thin as I would like it for a mandoline. But if you were just looking for like a basic standalone that is reliable, this was a nice design. The pieces that are all contained within, something to think about that you might have to wash all of those separately as well. So even though it's contained and it's convenient, there's a little bit more work that could go into this for washing it. The food pusher has more design obviously than the handheld mandoline. The pins inside are pretty prominent, so they're gonna grab your food really well. But this was really easy to use. It doesn't have a grip on the side, so you do have a little bit of control if you need to move around. You're not confined to the sides. But at first I thought that this was not a great design, but as I used some of the other mandolins, I realized that this being lightweight and not having springs in it was actually a benefit to use. So this is a nice, easy product to use. It's a great entry-level standalone mandolin if you're not concerned about getting a super fine shallot cut. We then reviewed the OXO Steel Mandoline. This is an upgrade from the V-Blade. Everything is in stainless steel, so you don't have the staining issue. The nice thing about this is that it had more micro increments so that you could get the finer slice that I was looking for. The other nice thing is that the julienne blade is contained within the device. You just turn this dial here, and there's a guide as well that tells you the size that you are cutting. So you can do an 1/8 of an inch and a 1/4 of an inch. You turn the dial and everything is contained. You don't have an extra blade to remove and whatnot. So that was really nice. Downside of this, I would say, is just it is a little bit harder to clean, but if you're throwing it in your dishwasher, then I think it would be fine. The other nice feature is that the dual blade here is just one blade to store, and it's always stored into the side. So you just remove this and you can turn it for your waffle fry. Now this one had a picture on the box of the waffle cut fry that I was talking about that Chick-fil-A does. So I was really excited to give it a try. I gave it a fair chance, but I could not get a very good waffle fry. So from that aspect, I was a little bit disappointed, but otherwise all of the features worked really well. Easy to use. You just turn this dial here and you can pick your increment, and it gives you a guide so you know what you're doing and you're not doing any guesswork. And then your waffle cut setting is on the side here. The retractable base on this was really nice. It has a little bit of a give attention to it, but that gave it like a really good solid base to use. It sort of absorbed any movement that you're using when you're slicing your produce. The downside was this food pusher. I actually had high hopes for it because it's quite strong and it has a good heavy spring in it. I thought that would be really easy to use. However, I felt like it was harder to use. I think the OXO V-Blade was much better. The spring required a little bit more pressure to push down, and I felt like it created more work. So it was actually harder to use, a little bit more clunky, and I don't feel like it really grabbed the food enough. I think the plastic pegs on some of the other handheld and even the OXO was much better. So it was a little bit more user-friendly in that regard. But if you are, wanting something heavy duty, solid, something that's going to be non-staining, and you are okay with getting used to the use of this, then this is a great investment. It's going to last you a very long time. And lastly, we reviewed the cheapest standalone mandolin by Mueller. And I actually had high hopes for this because we did the food chopper with Mueller and it was the best one that we tried. So I had high hopes for this. However, this one was my least favorite, I will say. It was a little bit clunky and it didn't actually feel as safe as some of the other mandolins. When you put it in the safe mode, it felt like the blade was still exposed so you could cut yourself. And this one did have a learning curve as well. And I posted a video on how to use all of the parts should you invest in this. This comes with a carry-in case for your 5 blades, and inside there's 2 julienne blades that are contained. So it's the same as the OXO Steel, which I think is really convenient. You just pull this knob out and you turn it. I felt like the size for the potato sticks was really nice. It cut really well. And then the lever back here, you turn to adjust your platform. It has a click for each increment, so it is a little bit limited in terms of the size because it's stopping at certain increments. But otherwise, it's nice because you do have more options options aside from the V-Blade OXO, which just gave you the 4 settings. So there's a little bit more variety here. This one had an easy to use food pusher as well. It doesn't have that heavy spring that I mentioned on the OXO Steel. However, it does have the lips on the side. So I did try to use the technique where you rotate to make waffle cut fries with the waffle setting just to see if it worked. But because of this lip, it's not really designed to do that. It did a better job. I feel like it had more potential of making that waffle cut fry for whatever reason, but it didn't work. We abandoned the mission altogether. I did feel like this was really hard to push. It was a little clunky. You had to really put your effort into, and then when you're using the julienne feature, you couldn't just kind of bring it back and forth however they designed their blades. It just didn't let you sort of like pull it back. You had to like bring the produce over it and then push it down. So it was a little bit time consuming. So overall, this was my least favorite mandoline. The price point is low. So if you just want standard slicing and standard julienne, you don't care about a range of size, this would work totally fine for you. And you just want something that's low cost. This works, but it just requires a little bit more effort to do so. Okay, so now I've gone through all the pros and cons of each of these mandolines. And so you're probably wondering, which one should you invest in? Well, if you're doing a handheld mandoline, I would definitely pick the Japanese mandoline from Benriner. The 3 extra blades gave you some nice control, and the dial that you use to control the platform gave you professional control over how thin you would like to slice your produce, specifically shallots. This one did the best job, and that you could get a decent sized potato stick from it as well. So it's also really compact. It fits in my drawer and it doesn't take up too much space. And the price point is really reasonable as well. It's easy to use. There's not a lot of components to it, and I really enjoyed using this product. You want to invest in something standalone because you don't want to hold the mandoline while you're slicing. I would invest in the OXO Steel. Even though this pusher was a little bit inconvenient to use, I do feel like over time you would get used to using it. I liked that the julienne blades are contained and that this is all contained. There's no real big learning curve on how to use this. The fact that it's stainless steel as well is appealing to me. It's something that's gonna last forever and it's not gonna stain and it's sanitary. It also offers a range of increments. You could get a thin sliced shallot if you want. The potato sticks, you can go up to 1/4 of an inch, so that is decent. And the base of this was really sturdy. If you want to invest in a little bit of a lower price point, I would definitely pick the OXO V-Blade. It worked a lot better than the Mueller. Everything is self-contained. You only get the 4 settings, but if you don't want something super professional, I think this would do the trick for you. It's very easy to use once you get through the learning curve. So overall, I hope this review was helpful for you. Please comment below if you own one of these or if you're thinking about getting them. And if you have any questions regarding each of their performance, happy to help you make that selection. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to OnToReviews if you haven't already. Give us a like, click on the link below to see the full playlist for each one of these mandolines, and we'll see you soon.